Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Lebanon Senior Center. It's probably one of the most beautiful last days of first days of fall I have seen in a while. No rain. Oh my gosh, one would think it's still the summertime here in Lebanon, Oregon. But we're already a couple of days into fall. So I figured now was as good a time as any to bring Cherchi outdoors. We've been wanting to do it all summer, and we had hoped to get some outdoor classes started. Well, that didn't come to fruition, even in spite of the pandemic. Hopefully, everyone's still enjoying the classes we're doing virtually, or getting to watch them online whenever it works for you over on our YouTube channel or here on our YouTube channel. It depends how you're watching this. But I figured, maybe you guys are starting to forget what our beautiful facility looks like, and maybe you just need a nice view. This isn't a background that's fake or artificial. This is really our view this morning here at the Lebanon Senior Center outside our side entrance that we have our library, our wonderful public library next door, and the beautiful Academy Square over my shoulder behind me. You can even see our new van for our public transit program behind me somewhere. I'm trying to see my screen that's currently, I can't even look at it because the sun is glaring off of it so much. I just hope you guys are finding a nice way to get to enjoy this beautiful weather we're having this week before we head into our rainy season here in Lebanon, Oregon. All that said, let's get some chair chi going today. I think we definitely should start with some deep breathing because there's some beautiful air out here. Air quality is so much better than it was a couple of weeks ago. So if you can, go ahead and take a deep breath with me and let it out. And we're going to repeat that 5 more times. Feels so good, I'm losing count. I'm going to assume there's two more. Wonderful. All right, let's go ahead and bring our hands in front of us. We're going to do our little salutation to our sun this morning. We're going to lift our hands to the sky, push them up, bring them back to our chest, rotate them forward, pointing away from us, pushing away, bringing them back in. Going to repeat that. Coming up, bringing them back down, pushing away, bringing them back, pushing up one more time. This time we're going to separate those hands, rotate those shoulders, bringing those hands back in front of us, and push our fingers to one side. Stretch out those fingers, those phalanges, even your wrist. Wake up that arthritis and tell it to go away. You've got some fun sun, some nice weather to enjoy. And we're going to push our hand back the opposite direction. All right, bring those fingers back upright. And then we're going to twist. So palm to palm twisting and letting your fingers slide down from each other. So your fingers are now intertwined, linked together, like a chain link happening here. You're going to pull, add a little resistance. You pull just a little or you can pull a lot. Just don't pull so hard that you break the chain. Like you're holding on to dear life on your own fingertips. Really feel that pull across your shoulders, your neck, might even get to your forearms. All right, so once we do one side, of course, we got to switch it up. Flip that around. The other hand gets a turn being outward and pulling again. We try to do things reversed just in case you've got a more dominant side of our body. Most people do. All right, let those hands fall back to your side. Let's do some shoulder rolls. Addie, I'm thinking of you. This is your favorite thing to do in class. Roll them backwards. You can switch it up and roll them forwards. If you're a quirky individual, you can do one side then the other. You can do it back, you can do it forward that way. Like dance moves in your seat. What can we say? We have a lot of fun down here at the Senior Center when we get to meet and have class together. All right, let's go ahead and bring our right arm across our torso here. We're going to pull that elbow into us. You can think about it as giving yourself a hug this morning. Oh, some of us are really missing getting to hug everybody. We miss having all of our seniors stop by. We love to deal out those hugs. Know that in our heads we're still dealing them out. We miss you all so much. I still love getting the cards and letters in the mail, getting to know what you're up to. You need somebody to reach out to, we're here for you. Give us a call Monday through Friday, or write us a note or email. I did switch arms. I didn't say I did, but I think you saw me do that. So I crossed the other arm over and hugging that arm to myself. That's how you get one complete bear hug. I do one side and then the other. All right, so we are going to stretch again, right arm across the body, but instead of going to our arm, we're coming to our opposite knee. So right knee, left hand, no, switching it up. Right hand, left knee. Oh my gosh, she knows her right from her left. All right, I've got a backless chair today, so I don't have a chair to hold on to for more leverage, so I'm just going to have to really rotate, get that twist happening. I got a bird yelling at me. All right, relax back to the front for a moment. And now that left hand's going to the right knee. And again, we're going to twist. All right, relax back to the front. I kind of skipped over our neck, so we're going to go back a little bit. Go ahead and let your head fall to your chest. And when you're ready, we're going to roll it to the left, roll it back around to the right, and roll it back again. And this is where my hair gets a little bit messy. Yep, just arc it forward. Let it do that half circle roll. All right, as you come back to the center, go ahead and lift your head up. Get your hair out of your face if it's happening. Oof, my brush against my nose, that tickled. Swear it's not COVID, just hair. Just hair tickling the nose. All right. Let's see, we did our twist, we did that. That works pretty good. We're going to work down to our legs. Just because we're seated does not mean we don't work our legs out a little bit. So we're going to start with a full leg stretch. So I'm going to take my right leg and I'm extending it. Ooh, haha. Bench is pokey in the corner. Okay. Stretching my right leg out in front of me. You can have those toes flexed and pointed, or you can have them in 90-degree angle. Whatever you feel comfortable with, whatever gives you the support you need to feel safe. I've got my left leg bent a nice 90 degree because this helps brace me so I don't roll anywhere. You can also use your opposing hand on the knee just to provide some more stabilization if you are balance challenged or experience vertigo. Otherwise, we're reaching down to those right toes. If you didn't say good morning to them already, it's your chance to do so. Remember to keep breathing as you stretch. If you only make it as far as your knee, that's good. That's where you're starting. That's where you're at today. Maybe you can get down to your shin. That is also awesome. Doing really good. You might be able to work it down to your ankle or all the way down to those toes. I know some of our seniors can go past those toes and beyond. Just make sure you're still breathing. All right, take a nice deep breath as you come up slowly. We come up slowly because we want to give our chance to have our blood pressure regulate. You know, when you kind of cut yourself in half bending over like that, you can get your heart lower than your head and you can get a little extra dizzy. So we just want to make sure we take it slow, let our bodies have a chance to recover. All right, so we're going to switch it up. That right knee now becomes your anchor. And we're stretching out that left leg in front of us. And when you're ready, we're just repeating that stretch again. Coming down, the knee, the shin, the ankle, all the way to those toes if you can. Really stretch out your back, your leg. I feel the sun on my back. It feels good. All right, take that deep breath again as you slowly work up. And you can bring that leg in. All right, the bugs are on occasion deciding to join us. All right, we're going to work on our feet. So we are going to stretch out our ankles. So I've got my knees uh, at kind of right below my knees. So I've got kind of a nice 90-degree angle bend on my knees. We're going to start by coming up on our toes, up on our tippy toes. So lifting those heels off the ground. Lift and down. Lift, down. Nice steady pace. As you wake those legs up and those calves have a chance to stretch out, you can start giving them a slight squeeze. Start small. Make sure they're good and awake. And then you can start giving a little more powerful squeeze if you would like to. I encourage you to start slow and just don't dive in. Sometimes people can experience a cramp in their calf if they jump right into squeezing the calf when it's not awake yet. All right, let's do one more. And those heels are down. Now we're going to move our feet another inch or two in front of us. Where it's kind of comfortable. Instead of going up on our toes, we're going to rock back on our heel. I am realizing I need to get my pants altered. Okay, rocking back on those heels. Try to make those toes reach for the sky. And I really hope the audio is coming through outside. It's the first time I've tried it outside. It appears to be working. Alrighty, let's do one more of those. Oh, and down. Good job. I always get amused at how much that can stretch out your legs. All right, we'll bring those legs back to a kind of a 90-degree at the knees. I'm a little short-legged person, so Sometimes my degrees aren't exact. Okay, so let's see. We've done the strength, we've done the heels, we've done the toes. I guess it's time to work on some of these buns and our tummies a little bit here. We are going to do our bent knee lift. So with looks kind of like you're marching in place, quite honestly. So we are going to be lifting our right leg up off the ground and setting it back down, trying to keep our knee at that 90-degree angle. And then we're going to do it with our left side. We're just going to be kind of doing one and then the other, staggering back and forth. So when you're ready, you're going to lift that right knee up and gently set it back down. Now you want to set it gently down. You don't want to just let gravity take over. Part of exercising is regaining control of your body. So when you lift that leg up, you're gently setting it back down because it works more of the muscle when you keep it engaged and you slowly lower your leg down. Sometimes we have to remind our bodies that we are in charge. And I'm going to lean back a little bit because then it works the core muscles a little bit more, at least it does for me. All of these leg exercises are things you can do while you sit and watch TV or talk on the phone with your grandkids. All right, one more each side. Good job. Woo. Okay, we're going to take a little break because we're going to do some more leg lifts here in a second. Let's bring those feet together. We're going to relax those knees apart. Kind of like a butterfly position if we were doing yoga. Good time to take some deep breaths. When we talk about deep breaths in Chair Chi, we want you to breathe deep, not just the top of your lungs, but really make your belly expand, okay? Really sucking air in and forcing air out. Alrighty. The opposite of this exercise is to move those ankles apart and think about pushing your knees together. Think about holding a stress ball or a tennis ball or something in between your knees and you're holding it there. If you relax, that ball's going to drop. You don't want the ball to drop. All right, the birds really are amusing out here. Really holding that ball, holding it, holding it. All right, you can relax that ball and let it drop. All right, the last of our big leg exercises here. We're stretching our right leg back out in front of us. I might have to turn just a little bit. These benches out here are a little pokey when you're sitting on them sideways. So we're going to be lifting that leg up and slowly setting it down. All these are anti-gravity leg lifts. You want to keep that leg engaged again, being in control of it. Once we lift that leg off the ground, we're actually not going to try to touch the ground again until we're done. It can happen. If you need to take a break, that's okay. But our goal is to lift that leg up, keep it in the air, lower it toward the ground, and then lift it back up again. Lower it toward the ground, don't let it touch, lift it back up. And again, if you are getting an inch off the ground, you're doing great. If you are getting a foot off the ground, that's awesome. You know what feels like work for your body. Let's do 2 more on this side. And slowly working your way down. Good job. All right, shifting on this bench. Feels a little uneven. The cement ends on this side. I have to keep adjusting to keep my own balance here. All right, when you're ready, we're gonna lift that leg up, Lower it toward the ground, and then come up. How you doing? All right, slowly, 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 slowly to the ground. Good job. All right, I'm gonna resituate myself in my seat again. My uneven ground here. I can extra balance challenge for me. All right, so in Chair Chi and Tai Chi, we believe that the energy is your chi and it comes from the core of your being. So we take out our chi ball to show everyone our energy level for the day. Some of us have small energy, some of us have massive energy. Just find where you're comfortable and hold on to that precious energy ball. If we were in class together, we'd start twisting to the side, the other side. We just say we're showing off to everyone. This is what I bring to the world today. Just kind of say, I can be proud of this. This is where I'm at. This is who I am. And then as we continue to do this move, we would start adding to it, twisting those hands, rotating that ball so it's carried in one hand going one direction and carried in the other hand on the way back. This back and forth. All right. And as we come to this side, let's go ahead and pause again. We're going to lift that top hand, our right hand up, brush it across the hand, across the knees, rotating it, lifting it up again, and then the left hand sweeps overhead, brushes past the hand, past the knees. So we're lifting up a handful of wild horse mane, reaching across with that brush, brushing out that long mane, lifting up another handful of hair, just continuing to brush it out. Brushing wild horse's mane. There's a hummingbird battle happening to my left. So if I get distracted, that's why. I can tell you, I've already really lost count of how many we've done. All right. Let's go ahead and pause right there. That top hand is going to turn perpendicular. And we're going to lead it away. The other hand will chase. This is us leading that horse to water. Sometimes we joke in class and call it pass the baby. We're passing that grandbaby back to its mama or its dad. It's time for them to feed. Time for them to change the diaper. You just get to enjoy it when it's fun and laughing, but when it needs something, you can hand it back. All right. And I don't know, there's not a whole lot of clouds to chase away today. Or maybe you're in the mood to gather them in. If they are, that's your mood, and you have a serious dance to do. Right now, you are the wind, and you get to do your own little wind and cloud dance, either gathering them to you or pushing them away. But you are moving the air, big and small currents, so that you can have a rest. How are you doing? Still feeling pretty good? I hope so. All right. So, one of the last things we're going to do today is take a walk in our orchard. So, we have begun a tradition of telling story when we do our Cherokee class, and students like to participate and share different trees with me that we find in our orchard. I can say it's much more boring when I do it myself. So, last week we planted a tree, and it has grown big and tall because we have taken very good care of that tree, raking in those leaves, composting them. So when we go out to harvest those apples, we get beautiful apples and a big old bounty that we share with our family and friends who are very grateful and thank us by giving us another tree to plant in our orchard. So that tree also grows big and tall because we take good care of it. We are such great gardeners that that tree has grown big and tall. Using those leaves as compost, we get to go out and pick the most succulent oranges you have ever seen. Oh, and we've shared those oranges with family and friends who are so grateful again. They have given us another tree to plant in our orchard. And in a short amount of time, that tree right before our eyes has grown big and tall. And oh, such hard work, but we continue to compost those leaves, take good care of the tree so that we can go out and pick those luscious, juicy peaches. Because our friends and family also really enjoy the fruits of our labor. So thankful for those peaches that we've shared, and they give us another tree to plant in our orchard. We plant that tree in our orchard, and again, it's a very special place. It grows right before our eyes, so big and tall. We're taking good care of that tree. And lo and behold, it too is ready to harvest. Oh, and we're getting to pick pears. We gather all those excess pears to share with family and friends. So luscious and so good. They've given us another tree to plant in our orchard. But we are going to wait till next week to find out what that tree turns into. The end of every Cherokee class, we get to do a little massage. It's the best kept secret about Cherokee. You do have to give it to yourself, though. We start at the head. You can knead with your fingers, you can pat, you can rub, whatever feels good to you, and whatever's not going to make you feel like you're messing up your hair too much. All right, and we work our way down our face. I like to change tactics and do a little rubbing on my face. It feels really great across the sinuses. To do the sweeping motion. Just really encouraging circulation out to the skin. We've been moving the muscles, we've been moving the blood, breathing, and our movement. We want to encourage that all the way out to the level of our skin. We work our way down our neck to our collarbone. And then we're going to do that sweeping motion again across our chest with our right arm, hugging that arm close to us. This time, instead of just giving yourself a bear hug, you can reach back there with your fingers And get in there and rub out any knots you might have in your shoulders. Certainly, there's been some moments of stress the last couple of months, especially this last month with the wildfires. Just decompress a little bit. Give yourself a little TLC. And then you can stretch out your left arm. You're going to work your way down your arm, rubbing down it. Well, hello, Hummer. I thought it was going to say hello to me on camera, and that would have just been magical. It stopped just about 3 feet away. Yep, we've got 5 hummingbirds out here buzzing around the lavender and rosemary bushes and the trees out here by the center. They're very beautiful and very talkative. All right, so we've done the one arm. Of course, you came with 2. If not, you get to do the same arm twice. But we're going to reach around and do the other arm. Hug that elbow into you. Hug that left arm into you. Put those left fingers. Massage your right shoulder. And start working down your right arm. Working down your arm. Working up. Doing that maneuver twice. All right, and then we can come back to that collarbone again. Work your way down your sides to your abdomen. Hey, that belly and those intestines are important too. My cat, the dog, they know what it's about. All right, we're going to stretch out that right leg. And again, we're going to do that circular motion, rubbing down the outside of the leg, up the inside of the leg. And again, we do that twice, just like we did on the arms. If you'd like to, you can stop and do a little extra TLC on your knee. They work really hard, and we'll bring that leg in and stretch out the left. Repeating that cycle. Doing it twice. All righty. And back up we come. All right, and we're almost done. The last thing we're going to do is some controlled breathing exercises. So this time we're going to do 3 whole breaths, which is like what we did at the beginning. A deep breath in and letting it out slowly. Then we're going to do some 2 other exercises. I reference it to blowing up balloons and letting air out of balloons. So one of them is to blow up a balloon in 3 breaths. So puff, puff, puff. Fill your lungs in 3 puffs and let it out slowly. We do that 3 times. And then the other one is to take a deep breath in and then let the balloon out in 3 exhales. Try to get all the air out, 3 exhales. And then we go back to 3 whole breaths. So do your best to follow along. Take a deep breath in. Here I go again, getting distracted out here. All right, blowing up the balloon. And let it out. Oh, heck, one more. All right. So we're going to take a deep breath in and let it out in 3 increments. All right, 3 more whole breaths. Last one. All right, everyone. We appreciate you stopping by today and exercising with us. We really miss having you here in person to do the exercises, but we hope to be back together soon. Keep taking care of you. Keep wearing those masks and practicing good hygiene, social distancing when necessary, and we'll keep getting those numbers down in our community so we can all be together safely again. From the Lebanon Senior Center, this is Rebecca. We miss you. You guys take care. Bye bye.